The PGA Tour is planning to revamp its schedule with a series of lucrative new tournaments. Reports of this came as four-time major champion Brooks Koepka became the latest star to defect to the Saudi-backed LIV Golf circuit. Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. Today, we'll be looking at how the PGA Tour reveals its plan to battle LIV Golf. Yeah, you heard it right. So, let's start our video. PGA Tour Commissioner Jay Monahan detailed proposed changes to the tour schedule at a packed meeting of players early on Tuesday at this week's Travelers Championship in Cromwell, Connecticut. Proposals outlined by Monahan include boosting purses to at least $20 million in 8 existing marquee tournaments and the introduction of 3 new $25 million tournaments that'll feature no cuts and limited fields. This schedule overhaul could be in place by the 2023 season. The moves are the clearest indicator yet of the PGA Tour strategy to combat the rise of LIV Golf, which has steadily been luring star names to sign with the upstart circuit that offers $25 million in prize money for each of its 54-hole tournaments. Other changes proposed by Monahan on Tuesday include a return to a calendar year schedule running from January to December. The current wraparound season starts in the North American autumn and is unpopular with some players who complain that it does not allow for a clearly defined off-season. Tuesday's developments came as news broke that Koepka, the world number 19, and Mexico's Abraham Ancer, the world number 20, have joined LIV. Koepka, 32, is expected to make his debut on the money-spinning circuit at its maiden U.S. event in Oregon next week. Koepka's management team did not immediately respond when contacted by AFP on Tuesday. Koepka, who removed PGA Tour from his Twitter profile on Monday, will follow the likes of Dustin Johnson and 6-time major winner Phil Mickelson by joining LIV. The series, which is bankrolled by Saudi Arabia's public investment fund, has plunged the golf world into turmoil since its emergence. LIV Golf has drawn stinging criticism from human rights groups, which say the series is an attempt to boost the kingdom's image through sport. The PGA Tour has adopted a zero-tolerance stance towards the series, with Tour Chief Monahan suspending 17 former and current Tour players for making the switch. Speaking at the Travelers Championship on Tuesday, defending champion Harris English said that he hoped the PGA Tour's proposed revamp could persuade players to remain with the circuit. "I think it can be, for sure," English said. Patrick Cantlay, meanwhile, described the PGA LIV confrontation as a fight to attract and retain talent. "I think right now there's a competition for talent that's going on, and I think you see it in all sorts of other businesses," Cantlay said. "Part of the concern is not knowing what the future is going to be like. Right now, it's an uncertain time for golf, but if you think about it in the larger business landscape, it's a competition for talent. So, if the PGA Tour wants to remain the preeminent tour for professional golfers, it has to be the best place to play for the best players in the world." On the other hand, the PGA Tour filed a countersuit against LIV Golf late Wednesday, alleging that the Saudi-backed upstart league is guilty of anti-competitive practices. The suit is the latest volley in the battle between the legacy PGA Tour and the upstart LIV, which is backed by the Saudi Arabia's deep-pocketed private investment fund and has been aggressive in wooing talent. Several high-profile golfers, including Phil Mickelson and Bryson DeChambeau, have signed massive contracts to join LIV Golf. Tiger Woods reportedly turned down a LIV offer worth almost $800 million. The PGA Tour upped its prices and player benefits in August, widely seen as an attempt to match LIV's enticing contracts. The Tour also secured loyalty agreements from its top players as fears of poaching remain. Both leagues have claimed that the other's players' contracts and policies restrict golf talent and prevent proper competition. LIV has signed golfers to multi-year contracts containing obligations that are far more restrictive than anything in the PGA Tour regulations, including a prohibition on participation in conflicting events. Unlike the Tour's conflicting event rules, does not allow for any request for release, the PGA Tour said in its filing on Wednesday. The PGA Tour declined to comment on its countersuit. The Tour has been lobbying in Washington, D.C. against LIV Golf. In turn, LIV Golf CEO Greg Norman and former PGA Tour star visited Capitol Hill in mid-September to educate members on LIV's business model and counter the Tour's anti-competitive efforts. LIV Golf, Phil Mickelson, and other players filed a suit against the Tour when LIV-affiliated players were suspended from Tour events. Mickelson and 3 others dropped out of the suit on Tuesday, while LIV Golf remains a plaintiff in the case. The Tour has made these counterclaims in a transparent effort to divert attention from their anti-competitive conduct, which LIV and the players detail in their 104-page complaint, said Jonathan Grella, LIV Golf's top spokesperson. "We remain confident that the courts and the justice system will right these wrongs. The Justice Department began probing the PGA Tour in July in search of possible anti-competitive behavior. LIV Golf still lacks a US media partner and has streamed this year's tournaments on its website and YouTube instead of airing them on linear TV. Reports have said that Amazon and Apple turned down a streaming rights deal with the league. Most recently, Golf Week reported that LIV Golf was planning to pay Fox Sports to broadcast its 2023 season. Typically, channels pay leagues for the right to air competitions, not the other way around. Recent reports about media rights have been incomplete and inaccurate. Grella told CNBC in response to the Golf Week report, LIV Golf is just beginning its process and is in active discussions with several companies about broadcasting the LIV Golf League. We caution that no one should draw any conclusions about potential media rights, given that we're still in the middle of negotiations with several outlets. And that's all for today's video. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section down below. I hope that you found this video interesting, and if you want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing to my channel. See you in the following video with some more of the latest updates, and until then, stay tuned.